Cheers. I can't wait to punch this Monday right square in the face. I always have a plan. I always know what I'm going to do down to every second of the day. Today, oh gosh, I hate not having that. I think I'm just going to spend a couple hours picking up the shop because it is a disaster. We have a ton of work to go through finish. We're kind of bottlenecking, but that's good, I guess. It's just crazy. Anyways, it's Monday. I'm gonna try to make this as an enjoyable vlog as possible, but you know, it's just not a very fun day. I say that a lot and people are probably like, oh, it's not fun. Well, I'm gonna exit out now. But guess what? The 30 seconds are already up and I already have my view. So do whatever you wanna do, okay? Well, it's pretty much cleaned up for the most part. Kind of a rough clean. All my shovels and dustpans are down at the warehouse. That kind of sucks. I get this one table base done. It's a reclaimed table, but the lady wants it white, which I'm pretty hesitant about doing, but I think it's gonna look sweet. Honestly, all that circle sawn marks on top of some white. So I gotta get a few more little pieces on it, get it into the trailer out of my way finally, and then switch back over to Jama's table to start trimming it. Without further ado. $37 top sides 1, 2, 3. I hate doing tutorials and I hate explaining because it takes so long, but I'll tell you what I did. These are my measurements for the room, or these are my measurements for the kind of the nooks these are going in. I always take the measurements what it is on the space. I don't deduct anything. I want to know exactly what that space is when I'm taking these measurements. So these are 53 and 5/8 wide. So I deduct 1.5 inches for the thickness of my wall sides, and that's going to give me with wiggle room 51.5, so I can slide those boxes in. They need to be 24 inches deep total, so I'm going to make them 23 inches deep, the sides. So when I add my face frame, that'll give me another inch, give or take. So basically you just deduct all your face frame thicknesses. There should be 6 panels each for each one. You got your bottom, you got your sides. This is just a stretcher. Then you have your top portion. Then tops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because there's 2 units. The biggest thing I used to screw up on is you forget to deduct your face frame. That adds, which this instance it wouldn't matter, but a lot of wood, that adds 3/4 to an inch. There's going to be no back, so I don't have to worry about rabbiting. That's it. You know, I have a hard time going through the process on these, but I'll try to keep the tripod going here and kind of show you the process for them. Do I run them through the table saw or do I track saw them? I used to track saw all the time anymore. It seems easier just to set the table saw up and arm wrestle them. After a few cuts, you have a smaller piece, obviously, so it's a lot easier. So let's clear some room out, get ready to rip down some 3/4 sheets. That didn't last long. I had some sheets there to use. I thought it'd be enough to get started, but just the way the measurements landed, I was eating up a sheet like every unit. Either way, I'm going to get more. I'm going to get more sheets. Super. Going back and watching some older vlogs, like 1 through, I don't know, 30, 40. It was all shot on this camera.
It's a little GoPro, 150 bucks, and I'm always blown away by the picture quality on this thing. Audio's terrible. I gotta talk a little louder and then turn it up and post edit. There's no microphone jacks, there's no other options. But I was always amazed by how good this thing was. Like, it's a super wide angle, obviously. But I was able just to put it up anywhere and it pretty much capture where you're at. It was so wide. I know there's settings to narrow it down, but I kind of like it wider because there's no screen. This is what I started with. I made some like actual films with this thing. Just crazy, man. It's been a long video road, and I can't say it came out of nowhere because I always videoed stuff. Like even my mom's old video camera with the VHS player in it, you know, like the big shoulder mount Magnavox. I always had something with me recording, but it was never really for anything. Stupid, like, unedited videos and just have memories, I guess. But the whole editing part just kind of took off. And I think any video editor has so much to learn at all times. I don't even put myself in a category of really video editor, I guess. It's just pretty basic stuff I'm using. I really need to take the time to learn. But man, it's once you figure it out and get rolling, for me, it just became an addiction. And I could see, like, if you don't like videoing as much, it seemed like work. But for me, I enjoy it. So it's kind of like the end of the day, I get to do something else I love that's a lot less strenuous and dirty. To get back into some cabinetry, I guess, but I forget how much space it takes up. I'm anxious to get down there to that shop, man. This is starting to suck knowing that's there in the back of my mind. Mike's got the panels stained. I was gonna get them in the morning, but if I go get them tonight, it'll give me a nice little break here for a half hour, get out of the shop. I can go get them, and I've got a new way I'm gonna install these, because these are gonna be hardwood instead of veneer, so obviously it's gonna wanna expand and contract. I just came up with a new little way I'm going to install them, and I can save a lot of on-site time if I just go get them now and get all the mortises cut. Actually, I may go cut them in his shop. That'll save me a lot of time touching them. That's what I'll do. I'll just take my Fez tool over there and cut all the mortises in his shop. So that way they're ready. That's what I'll do. Alright, we're gonna go to Mike's. Well, they look exactly like the veneers, but it's all hardwood. A little more grainy, I guess. That's it. It's pretty much going to give me a little bit of jump start for the morning, for tomorrow. Less work on site. I got to swing by Schooley's house, measure up for a handrail for them because they're getting old and fragile. Let's go do that. Hello. Hey, quiet. I'm here to look at the old folks' home for a handrail. Yeah.
Hi.
I never see you guys sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm watching this guy eat a 5.5 pound chicken
waffle
thing. No, it's a sandwich.
That's it? 5.5 pounds?
He's got an hour and a half and he's got 20 minutes.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye. See ya. See you, Ryan. Did I just step on that thing?
Yeah.
Not a bad day. I will tell you right now, the favorite part, my absolute favorite part of doing this full time now is having my evenings. Like, it is 6:57. I probably got there at 6:30. That a month ago would have been like, my mind would have been racing. I need to go do this. I don't have time for this. Like, I hate that. But now I worked a full day. On my way back to Mike's, I was able to stop, have a beer or two, measure up their stairway. That is my favorite thing in the world. Little bit of freedom there. A little bit of freedom goes a long ways. This is the end of vlog 151. We'll see you guys tomorrow. When you exert a force on an object,
Work.
rate at which work is done.
Power.
Plane wrapped around a cylinder.
Screw.
Yeah!
Thanks.